What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-Pop Kimchi podcast. I'm your host, Justin Turneau. I'm with my co-host, Brian Limper, and we love hot spicy kimchi and hot spicy K-pop takes on this podcast. Dude, how are you doing today? It's Christmas. Merry Christmas, dude.
I'm doing
Happy
good.
New Year. What's going on?
It is Christmas time.
It is Christmas time.
So that means we're on location here in my parents' recording studio in their kitchen.
We are in our official recording studio at your parents' house in the kitchen. I gotta say, there's a lot of Christmas stuff in here. I feel very festive.
The acoustics are pretty great, too.
I hope they're okay.
This is only the second time we've ever seen each other in person, so...
Yeah, this is our second podcast ever doing it with each other.
Yep, doing it with each other.
In the flesh.
in podcast form. The skinship is real.
The skinship is at an all-time high.
All-time high.
Merry Christmas to anyone celebrating. If you don't, I hope you're still having a festive day, right?
Hopefully you still got the day off of work.
Hopefully you still got the day off work, and maybe you got some presents too. So this episode, we were going to do part 2 of our top 10 songs of the year.
Yes.
But some recent happenings have happened, and we got to start it off a little differently.
And since it's Christmas, which is family time, we have a special
We
guest
have
with
our
you
first
today.
ever guest. He's a special guest.
He's real special. My brother Brett is here because he happened to be in the house while we were here. So,
Woo!
Brett, say hi.
Brett, say hi to the
Hey,
fans.
what's up, guys?
That's Brett Limper, and the man, the myth, the legend himself.
You've probably never heard from us. You probably never will again, but he's here for this special episode.
You know what? We'll see how Brett does today. We might invite him back on the podcast.
But getting back to what we were talking about earlier, we obviously pre-made our top 10 list before Red Velvet's comeback that they just literally had yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it 2 days ago? Whatever. A couple days ago, and we both heard it, and we both agreed it should have been on the top 10 list.
Oh my gosh.
But we couldn't put it on the list because it literally just came out. So, what we have for you today is a special live reaction and commentary to the Psycho music video with my brother here.
This is such a special episode. But I gotta say about this comeback, when I first heard it, like you said when you heard Dawn come out with Money, and it almost made you like emotional.
Oh, it made me emotional.
Best way. Oh, emotion in like the best ways. That's how I felt about this comeback with Red Velvet. Not that their other like recent comebacks were bad, but this one was like on a whole nother level of just like, okay, Red Velvet is back to kicking butt and being the awesome queens that they are of K-pop. I loved it, man. I've listened to this song like a million times.
The group that we remembered before they came out with Zimzalabim.
Which is an okay song. Not gonna hate on it, but this Psycho was a whole nother level. So we figured we'd have to just, even though we've seen the video, Brett hasn't seen the video. Which is what the fun part is. We've seen it, but we're gonna go through it.
Also, Brett's not really a K-pop fan, so I guess we'll ask him for a second about what he actually knows about K-pop before we get into this.
He's going to be put on the hot seat. Literally, he's on a stool.
He's on
That's
a stool.
The hot seat. The K hot seat right now. Brett, how are you doing today, by the way?
Well, it's Christmas, so...
Did you get any good guess?
Did Santa Claus come? You still live with Santa Claus?
Are you on the nice list?
I'm not Catholic.
Okay,
what the heck does that have to do with the nice list?
That has nothing to do with the nice list.
I don't believe in Santa.
Okay, well, you're obviously on the naughty list then, but somehow you still got... I heard you got some Vans, though, so that's good.
All right, so enough about Brett's religious history.
That's Brett's backstory. So.
Tell him something about what you know about K-pop in general.
You introduced me to Twice. I know a little bit about BTS.
Big BTS fan over here.
Big BTS fan.
Mic drop.
You've told me a little bit about Red Velvet and their comeback. Not much. I've heard a little bit of Psycho, but I haven't heard even halfway through it, so we'll see how this goes.
All right.
We will see how it goes.
So,
so Brett obviously has like a little bit of knowledge.
I guess.
He's not like coming in cold. Like
I'm coming in pretty cold.
He's coming in cold. Like,
a
men's league game.
On a scale from 1 to 10, what is your knowledge of K-pop? 10 being the highest.
4.
Well, that's bold.
That's a lot higher than I thought it was going to be.
I'm giving you like a 1.8.
I'm going with maybe.
4.
I'll give him a generous.
Just because you are Korean, you maybe get 2.
I'll give him a generous 2 because it's the holidays.
He gets 1 point for being Korean.
Look at the eyes, man.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Goodness gracious. Okay. We're going to start the Psycho music video, Red Velvet's most recent comeback. Let's go. It's the best. And why not just start off the video with Irene?
So Irene's sitting in the car. Oh,
Oh
the beginning,
my gosh.
the opening's so cool. It's like a classy just like a classy movie opening.
It is, and
Wendy's
Wendy
looking
looks
great
as
with her
cool as she
blonde
ever
hair.
has ever. I mean, these chips over here, I'm sorry.
I will say the only thing at the beginning that always bothered me was she has like this weird feather headdress thing on for no reason.
Yeah.
And in a certain part she doesn't have it on, and she looks way better without it. But everyone looks great.
I will say, everyone's visuals in this video were maybe some of the best visuals I've seen in any music video this year.
You're just jumping on a bed.
I will say I don't really know what like the plot of this is. I
Joy
mean,
has her bangs back.
Brett, initial thoughts.
What do you think? First off, Wendy's vocals are on point.
Oh,
and
the
it's an
best.
all-time.
Really
Sounds
good.
so
Her
good.
hair's so dope
Oh, it
too, with
looks so
her
good.
bangs and her like 2 long braids on the side.
Oh, it looks so
and
good.
it's blonde.
With her dark lipstick.
The vocals are very good, but I have no clue what they were saying.
First off, also Irene with her freaking high ponytail and her high-waisted black pants. Freaking
The visuals are
Squad.
just really good. I think I'm starting to tear up because the visuals are just so good. And this, like that part of the dance too is like super
the
dope.
killing parts of the
It's
dance are
super
always great.
simple, but it's so cool.
Like I said it before to Justin, but this is like the comeback I've been waiting for since Bad Boy came out.
It's true. Okay, oh Mark, I'm sorry. I will say like I really like Power Up. So
Power Up
for me,
was
like
good, so-
I like Power Up, and then I was like, what the heck is going on? But this was like I was just so happy Red Velvet was back making like kick-ass music again.
Oh yeah, this is the best song.
Not that the other songs are bad.
It's not the best.
It's not my favorite.
It's not the best. They're on like a train. Like,
I really don't know what the plot of this
they're like
is.
on the
though.
Orient Express right now.
Yeah.
Man, that outfit's freaking great.
Sluggy looks so cool in her shiny.
This part
like,
of the song
romper
is
thing,
so
like,
freaking good. Just like the pre-chorus thing going on.
Sluggy's golden diamond tears.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That's just how rich people cry.
I really wish I could speak Korean so I could understand what they were saying.
Rosetta Stone.
That would help.
The visualizations are very nice. They're high quality. You can tell that.
Which one's your favorite?
Who's your favorite member right now?
I have to say the girl right here.
Well,
Right.
well,
I don't know who you pointed to. There's a lot of camera movement. That one. Oh my gosh.
first off, they've definitely got more risque with Yuri's outfits now that she's like a grown woman.
I will say Yuri has grown up before our eyes.
She really has. Literally, the first time they saw him was when they debuted, and she was like in ice cream cake. Like,
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
such a
which
sick
one?
beat.
I lost her.
Well,
Find her, Brett. Come on.
So-
when she pops up to say that one. I mean, they all look different. You just gotta pick. This
This
part's
one's
so
just
sick.
it's so simple but just so dope. Hey. And such a good message. It's gonna be okay, Brett.
Like this part of the whole song is so sweet. I really just hope they come back to America again so I can see them play this.
Oh my gosh, if they play this song, I'd die and I'd be happy. They're all just rich and having fun and being the most beautiful people in the world.
All right,
Great song, SM. Way to go, Red Velvet. You guys are the best.
so let's find out who Brett's.
Yeah,
favorite
I still don't
member
know
is,
who
since-
Brett's
Since,
Go back to the very beginning.
since apparently he just can't find.
Pull up like a picture.
Where
Hold on.
It
So is it
is-
either of these three?
it is her.
Oh
Oh,
well.
Sugi.
Okay, so he said his his
Same
favorite
one
song
as
he-
me, Brett. High five. Nice.
All
You have a
right,
good eye, my
well,
friend. You have a good eye.
Brett, what were your thoughts on that? What did you think?
I was very confused. The vocals were very lovely. The outfits were nice. The plot, I was very confused about the background of the, not the background, but basically what was going on in this music video.
Yeah,
I'm not
sorry.
sure what
I'm
the
kind
name
of.
was.
I feel like that's something we'll have to like look up on YouTube because I'm sure there's already people that are breaking it down with like
If
crazy.
anybody has
conspiracies.
conspiracy theories, send them to Justin. He loves conspiracy theories.
Oh, and especially in K-pop music videos, but like, yeah, I mean, obviously they're like rich and in a mansion and stuff, but I don't know exactly what's going on, so I feel like that's something I'll have to look up a little more.
I really wish I had the translation of what they were singing, but you know,
I'll tell you, because I watched it with subs. It's pretty much about,
How a real American does it.
well, naturally. Thank goodness for subs. But it's pretty much about like being in a relationship and that other person through like the ups and downs can make you feel like a psycho. And then in the end they're like, you know, it's going to be okay because they like power through. It's pretty just like a real thing that I feel like all people have gone through. So
Also, pro tip from experience: don't call your significant other a psycho or crazy. It never ends well.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Red Velvet's calling themselves a psycho, which is okay.
Well, they're very self-aware, but in real life, don't ever do that.
But don't call it to your other significant other. You don't call psycho. Let them do it, I guess. That's probably horrible advice.
And if they say it themselves, don't agree with it.
Don't agree.
Deny
nope,
it until the day you die.
Nope.
It will not work out well.
Let them say it, but don't ever say anybody's a psycho, but...
All right.
A+ music video, though.
Like I said, my favorite song I like Power Up, but this was definitely my favorite thing since Bad Boy.
This is like maybe my favorite Red Velvet song like ever, to be honest.
See, there you go.
This is like maybe one of my top songs ever. It had that much of an impact.
It honestly, like I said, probably
good.
would have been like top 3 songs of the year for me if I would have.
I was tempted to put it in the rest of my top 5, but I figured since we were gonna do like a small review of it, like that's enough. But
it's just an honorable
like
mention.
8 days before.
Asterisk 1 point A after the first one. So there's a little review and
A+ comeback.
A+.
Absolutely A+.
What grade you give it, Brett?
I would give it A.
Okay, just Mr. Strictly over here.
Jeez, the freaking Russian judge over here.
I don't know much about K-pop.
Didn't stick that landing, so he got an
Her
A.
bra was showing.
Her bra strap was showing. So
it's the Olympics.
All right, well, it's great having Brett here. We're gonna go take a pic to upload to Instagram real fast. We'll be right back.
Peace.
Wow.
Okay, and we're back to finish the rest of our top 10 countdown.
Woo!
So,
top 10 songs of the year.
I don't remember who ended
Psycho's
last time. So, do you want to go first or me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
So, number 5, correct?
Is it Psycho by Red Velvet?
Man, if the rules allowed me to, I would have that maybe as my number 1 song. No,
I don't know.
That's like the real debate. I don't think I could put it above my number 1, which I don't even need to hide it because I feel like everyone knows what it is. But my number 5 song, we don't get ahead of ourselves here. Number 5 is Woo-Ah by DIA. Okay. Do It Amazing.
Yeah.
Their best song I think they've ever had. The song was fun. The concept was awesome. We've talked about it before, how we both really love this song.
The album was cool.
The album was really good. You have the album.
I do have the album.
It had a lot of cool stuff. Had postcards and photo cards and all of it. I just really like the retro skating rink.
My favorite thing was the teasers when it's literally them in the skating rink and they're like skating by the camera, like giving peace signs.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was a great like build up to the actual, just the actual song, and the song was just like super.
I love the
dance. So
dance.
high energy. It was just like super high energy, fun song.
Yeah, the dance is great. If you haven't seen any of their live stages, go watch their live stages because the dances they do on the live stages is like freaking sweet.
Yeah, it is really good, and everyone looks really, really great. All the members are awesome, and they all really shine in this. So
support SOMU 2020.
Support all of DIA. I hope that they come back soon or do something.
SOMU,
but
we need you.
We do need you, SOMU. You are a lovely flower, and you're part of the reason why Woo-Ah was so cool.
Flower
so I had to go with
She had some real good posts promoting the album.
Oh my gosh, everyone did. It was just a really fun song. It was just super fun, high energy. Those are my favorite types of songs. So Woo-Ah was my number 5.
That's a good pick.
All right, what was your number 5?
My number 5 pick was Money by Dawn.
Great song.
Came out in November 2019, and like we were saying earlier during the Red Velvet thing, you already know, it like hit like a brick. So
like a brick.
It's one of those ones where like I had it on the list, I wasn't sure where to put it, but then when I thought about it, it just like took me back to where I was like, damn, this like
you like heard it again.
Yeah. Got me right in the epiglottis. So
oh my gosh. Anytime you're getting hit in the epiglottis, you gotta throw it on the top 5.
I honestly don't know that's how you say it right, but
we need Brett back.
Yeah, we need Brett back so you can say it. But yeah, my number 5 is gonna be "Money" by Dawn. It's such a good song. I can't wait for him to make more music. I can't wait to see what else P Nation comes out with because the way it's looking is size literally just let them do their own thing and be who they want to be. So he's a real creative guy, and I can only see like better stuff coming out in the future.
I think the coolest thing with Dawn was just all the crap that he went through with Cube, and we kind of said it before, like just like literally getting like put in the basement because of his dating scandal or whatever, and then literally getting like booted, and then for him to like kind of rise back up and do this, it's just like inspiring for anybody that's had hard times trying to like get back.
And then the other thing that's crazy about it is they were talking about the other like stuff that happened with Pentagon, like they had like their 1-year anniversary and all that stuff. in all the pictures and stuff, like, didn't have him in it. Like, they just pretended like he, like,
Yeah.
was never in the group.
That's
at
so
all.
bogus. Like, I don't know.
And a
That's
lot of
so
the fans
bogus.
were, like, really mad about it.
I mean,
I
like,
mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard. And I'm like, that's so whack. Like,
and it's just like he didn't. I
it's
don't
nothing
know.
that he did. Like, just let him live his life. I
Just the
understand
whole-
there's, like,
Yeah.
restrictions and certain things you can't do in K-pop, what comes with the job description. But I mean, it's not like they're trying to lie to people and hide it from people. Like, they actually came out and were
Oh.
honest about it.
They're like, I don't know, like
Maybe if he wasn't,
wandering muddy or just like actual crimes.
maybe
like,
if he wasn't so young, it wouldn't have been as bad. I
Yeah.
don't know, but I guess like Pentagon's still kind of a new group and they came out with this information. But I mean, it's whatever. But
he's back
hopefully,
though, so
yeah,
that's what
hopefully in the
matters. He's
future,
back.
he obviously makes more stuff, and I'm sure it's gonna be really good. But that was my number 5, Money by Dawn.
Great song, excellent pick. I figured it'd be on your top 5 somewhere because it was that good. So
Now we're on to
number
Numero
4.
Cuatro.
Man, just the Spanish is being thrown around out here. I love it.
Cuatro.
Quattro. My number 4 was one. I think it was on your bottom half, but it was Bon Bon Chocolate by Everglow.
That's a
We've
good
talked
pick.
about this song like the past, I don't know, every episode.
I mean, we've talked about all these songs for probably like
Yeah.
4 or 5 episodes.
but
so.
that just means they're really good. I mean, that was my favorite debut
You th-
as a group.
You think that this is a lot. Wait till we do the top 10 countdown all time, and half these are probably still going
And
to be
it's
on
the
the list.
same exact list, just add Red Velvet and maybe a Big Bang song. I don't know. But
no.
yeah, I had to go with Everglow. I mean, we've talking.
Talking,
My bad.
talking
It's
about it.
late. It's Christmas.
It is
But-
kind of late.
But we've talked about the song a ton. I love it. It's the awesome trap melody is just sick. All the girls kill it, and I feel like I'm a fan of Everglow more and more every time I listen to it. So had to go with.
I listen to it. I listen to it daily. I
Yeah,
love it.
it's like one of my most listened to K-pop songs, like this whole year for
Yeah.
sure.
I wish I could like get an actual list of my Spotify of like my most listened to K-pop songs like by
Oh, I
genre.
know.
But I guess that's just too far.
That would definitely be near the top for me. I don't know if it would be number 1, but it'd be close. I think.
I actually wonder what my number 1 song would be because there's like obviously there's like ones you listen to consistently through the year,
Right.
which you'd think are like okay this is gonna be like really high up there.
Yeah.
But then there's other ones that you like you really get into and you like listen to like over and over and over again nonstop for like a couple weeks,
Second.
and you're like, man, this must be up there on the top of the list. And you're like, I don't know how that like even got there.
I think
But-
my number 1 would probably be just because it was on like my running playlist, and I'd like literally listen it to like every day in the summer if I'd like run or something. Was just Bang Bang Bang. Like that's one that I've kind of like I know I like the song, but I feel like I've just like consistently listened to it for so long that it's just gonna be.
that was like
best.
on my end of the year wrap up. There's so many like metalcore and screamo songs on it because they're like on my playlist when I work out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously I work out like every day, so even if I don't purposely pick that song, it counts it as a listen. That
No,
because
yeah.
it's just like on the playlist.
Exactly. Like that's exactly
Um,
what it's just like because it's like by default on the playlist, it's gonna get.
And you
played.
listen to it every day,
And I
so it's
listen
like
to
at least
it
5 times a week.
Pretty
you hear it.
much, yeah, exactly. That's so. I think that would be my number 1, but I think Bon Bon Chocolate would be up there because
I feel like that
love
would be up
song.
there, and I feel like our number 1 song will definitely be up there, and
Oh, but yeah.
my number 3 song will definitely be up there.
What about your number 4 song?
Oh, I'm sure that's gonna be up there too. It's Me by CLC.
Great song. Great song.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a CLC song is definitely gonna be in the top 5. Honestly, I would have put more CLC songs in my top 10, but I wanted to keep it to not B-sides and just title tracks.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming most people probably don't know all the B-sides off the albums.
Yeah.
So if I say a title song, they'll know what I'm talking about. But we've brought it up before. The whole album is great. The B-sides are all great. They're some of my favorite songs that came out this year. But yeah, I loved Me. I loved the concept. I love the outfits. I love the teaser images. I love all their stages. I love the dances. I love everyone in CLC because they're the greatest group ever.
Shout out to CLC being what was it? They had like the number 1 album
Oh yeah, like
in Brazil.
the number 1 album in Brazil.
Girl group album in Brazil with
Yeah.
No or number 1 or
It was
whatever.
literally the awards were like one boy group, like 6 awards that went to twice,
and
then
CLC
one CLC
was like
award.
best girl group album.
Yeah,
And I was like, you know what? You gotta take it where you can get it. That's awesome.
Me-
bring home the hardware.
Me really just put me over the top and made me go get my CLC tattoo. So,
Oh, it's beautiful.
uh,
Looks better every day.
man, I loved Me.
You need an Eyes One tattoo.
You know, I was actually thinking about that.
I mean, like, why not? It's.
Yeah, I know. I've actually been thinking about it for a couple weeks. I just don't know where to put it.
Would you
at.
just literally get like just the logo, the like Ice One logo?
Or I'd
do they
get-
have like a singular like?
The one thing, if you're gonna get it singular, it'd just be the circle part with like the star.
Oh, dude, and then you need to get the little like the colors. Like it needs to be all the members.
Yeah,
colors.
like put like dots on the inside.
That'd be
or something.
sick. You should do it.
Or
Maybe.
do like the one channel we have and just have the star and just put like a 48 in it since I love producing.
Yeah, yeah. Just like
I know. I'm sure I could think of
I
something.
mean, you could draw something too, or
Yeah.
make your own artwork.
But
Stay tuned.
Yeah, maybe I'll upload a picture of that. I'm sure I'll get one eventually. I've literally been thinking about that every day for the last like 2 weeks. I just haven't come
I
up
think
with a
you
great
did
idea.
mention it before, and I was like, yeah, dude. I mean, why would you not?
Because I was like, maybe I'll get it and put that logo around the CLC one I already have. But then like that'd be kind of big and awkward looking because there's so much space. Because the CLC one's not like a perfect square.
No.
It's kind of rectangular. So I'll have to think of something. But we'll keep you updated on that. But yeah, CLC. I love CLC. They're my favorite group. I can't wait till we get to go do our countdown of our favorite groups ever, because there'll be dedicated episodes to each of our favorite groups.
Well, I think it is about time to have the CLC dedicated episode.
Yeah, we'll probably have that here.
That'll be coming up soon once we kind of get past our year end stuff. But
trek through the murky waters of the year-end awards. But
I'm excited for it though.
If you haven't listened to me, great song. Great song. Show was also a great song with the No album. No was a great song.
That was the album that
on
won.
But Like It was a great song. Literally every song they put out this last like year was a great song.
That album was really good.
You can't go wrong with listening to any of it. But I picked Me. I loved it. I listened to the music. I watched the music video all the time. I'm probably personally responsible for 400, 500 of the streams on the day it was released. Because I didn't listen to any music at work. And I made a playlist of the Me title music video.
Yeah.
And I put it on YouTube on play on my phone, and I played it for 24 hours straight nonstop, and I didn't listen to any other music.
I mean, that is what we like to call
I
real
literally
dedication.
streamed it on the endless loop.
That's real dedication. That's real dedication.
I listened to it so many times, and I turned my volume completely down, and I just let it play for the entire rest of the day.
Dude, that's awesome.
But yeah, I wish they would have won some awards for that, but
they should have.
I feel like it also hurt that's just a digital release. And there wasn't any solid copies.
That's true.
So there wasn't album sales couldn't help them out, or
Steve said they didn't have album sales for that because they would have had six.
I mean, I like digital sales because it's kind of nice because it's just that one song. But at the same time, there's so many other factors that go into you winning actual awards.
Right.
Where No was an actual solid album release, so you could buy physical copies and boost your sales and get on charts. Where Me and Devil both weren't.
Hopefully, whatever they have next is a physical. Man, the No album was so good. It was such a beautiful.
It's like a Vogue magazine.
It was a beautiful, rich. Yeah, exactly. They're literally just rich, fancy models and.
Also, don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I know I mentioned I got the Fun Factory album. Also, for my birthday, Justin got me a autographed No album. So.
From a fan sign.
Yeah, so I got.
Each sign their own page.
I've got an autographed CLC album along with my autographed Promise 9 album.
Well, I just like I like gold and that No, that was kind of the color.
Oh,
of
the gold and
it's
black and white concept is just it's awesome. It's just really elegant
it's so
and classy looking. It's always nice.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. They were just so classy in that album and fierce and the best. I don't know. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. Anyway, so that was my number 4. No,
shout out
or not
CLC.
No, Me by CLC. You know what? No and Me by CLC. Anything by CLC in the
Throw it up there for the lob. Put it home.
So now we're going to Trace.
Trace. We're keeping it out. Trace
Cyrus.
Kush Renata. Nice. Trace Cyrus. Good shout out. All right, what was mine? Let me look at my list.
Shout out to Metro Station. It changed my life.
For the better or worse, we don't know yet, but it did
change my life.
Number 3. Yeah, my top 3 songs are songs we've talked about so much, and I've talked about.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't matter because 3 is Birthday by Somi. My girl Somi finally had her solo debut, and Birthday was one of my top songs of the whole year.
I'm actually not surprised it's on your list, but I'm actually surprised it's number 3.
Yeah. You think it'd be higher?
I thought it'd be lower, to be honest with you, but
it's number 3.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
It's a good video. It's a good song.
I thought it fit Somi really well. I really wish she'd come back and do more stuff.
I feel like she should have released a whole album with at least 4 songs on it.
Just something. That was cool. It just, you think they would take advantage and try and build off of it.
Because it's kind of like the Blackpink thing, where for the longest time they had 3 songs. That was it. It's 3 songs that they could perform.
And that's all, it just sucks that nothing really came, more of that. But I really like Birthday as a standalone song. I think there was another song on
Was there?
whatever. Yeah, it was good. I forgot what it was called, but it was a solid song. But Birthday was awesome by Somi. I thought it fit her really well. And I just hope that she comes back soon. I don't know when.
Or at all. I hope anybody from YG
I
comes
don't
out at
know.
all.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, how long has Blackpink been gone?
Blackpink's been gone
long.
for a while. Big Bang's back. I'm actually surprised they haven't released anything to end the year. Hopefully we get something at the beginning.
They're
of the
doing
year.
like I see GD doing a bunch of kind of like his
GD's like growing out his facial hair and he looks like
smoking cigs, but he's living life and he has his Nikes
looks
that
like a
everybody
homeless
had.
artist.
Yeah, everyone bought his Nikes and all that stuff, but yeah, come on, YG. I know you got some difficulties, but we need some music out here soon.
I mean,
so
yeah, nothing's gonna save your company by not doing anything. You need to like produce. You need to
you got to
spend
get
money
ready,
to
yeah.
make money.
Yeah, scared money don't make money.
Business class 101.
Come on, man.
Sorry, not spend. Invest. You have to invest money to make money. That's what I was taught.
GD just needs to take over and just be like, all right, we're gonna actually make music. So
I mean, they've got a good roster of artists, like
They
really
do.
popular artists. Like, I mean, it's hard to argue that Blackpink and Big Bang aren't two of the biggest artists in the entire world.
yeah, I mean,
And
Blackpink
Somi's like
may
one of
be
the most popular
biggest-
people ever.
Yeah, like, I mean, Blackpink's one of the biggest groups, guys or girls, and literally anything they do explodes.
Like, look at the record-breaking numbers they put up on YouTube with their releases. And everybody knows, everyone hypes up all these other groups that have been coming out, but as soon as Big Bang comes back, they're going to drop all that shit, and it's just going to be Big Bang like nobody's business.
I just don't know when that's gonna be, but yeah. Anyway, I had to put Somi on there. That's my number 3 is Birthday.
It's a good choice.
So on to your number Trace.
Well, my number trace is another group that debuted this year in February
Nice.
2019. And I'm sure this is your number 2 pick.
Yes, it is. I know exactly
It's
where you're going with this.
Dalla Dalla by ITZY.
Woo! That is my number 2 pick.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, we had to go with Dalla Dalla. I think I said Everglow is my favorite debut, so I lied because it's ITZY.
Yeah, I was going to
But
say, that's
I
kind of weird.
totally had like a brain fart there, but Everglow's like up there.
It's weird
obviously.
because it feels like ITZY's been around for
Yeah,
so long, but
yeah.
it hasn't even been a year yet.
Yeah, it hasn't even been 1 year, and they've already been just crushing it, and they already have a showcase tour in America and all this stuff. They've already been to America too, so.
But that's also my number 3 that I said is probably one of my most played songs of the year. I've listened to that so
Oh,
many
Dalla
times.
Dalla's up there, definitely.
Although it's kind of hard to differentiate between my Spotify listens and my YouTube listens. Because I would just like put that on like an endless loop like the me on YouTube and just listen to it like
Yeah,
repeatedly.
yeah.
But yeah, I remember seeing them when they debuted with it. They came out and I was like, wow, this is completely not what I expected. But then I just messaged you and I was like, yo, man, this song is freaking awesome. Like, this is something special.
I will say about ITZY, the teasers were awesome. Like, I was all about the teasers, loved them. And then when the song came out, it, like you just said, it was like a lot different than what I thought. I don't know
the song they used wasn't even the teaser song.
Well, it was just like it was just like the little like breakdown rap part with like Yeji and then Yuna was like what they used. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like an all hip hop group sort of thing. And then like the song came out and I was like, oh, that's just like a little transition in the song. It's not how like it's obviously not how the whole song is. But I mean, it didn't matter. I was still like, this is awesome. And
JYP knows how to make girl groups work.
he knows how to do teasers too. He
JYP
knows
is
how
a
to do
smart
teasers.
man.
He is. My favorite thing is watching him dance to the girl.
I was gonna say that I was literally just thinking that whenever we see like a move and we're like, damn, that was like a super like sexy or hot move, you know JYP was in the studio
JYP.
showing them how to do that move.
JYP was like, Momo, I need you to twist your hips like this. Okay?
And he's like,
and he's like
step for step.
dead serious, and obviously you're gonna listen to him because the man knows what he's talking about. So that's always just a funny image.
Kind of like when we're watching the guy in Produce 48, and he like goes up, he's like, no, you need to be more elegant, more feminine. And he like does the dance, it's like perfect.
It's so crazy how well, it's just funny because like the guys go up there and they're like, you guys need to be more soft and like
feminine, more
move your
elegant.
bodies more feminine, and then they go do it, and you're like, wow, he knows exactly what he's talking about, and he's like doing these perfect body.
And the
rolls.
girls are like,
and
wow,
they're like, oh, okay.
he's
and then-
even more elegant and feminine than I am.
he's literally more girly than them. It's crazy, but I guess that's why he's a professional.
Yeah,
so.
you know JYP's in there doing all those dances.
Yeah,
he
that-
probably made all the dances. So
he
I mean,
did. He probably did, but yeah, I mean that's my number 2 is Dalla Dalla.
Well, there we go. There's his number 2 is Dalla
So
Dalla.
back to you for number 2.
All right, so we covered my 3 and his 2. My number 2 is Woo Wah by DIA.
Nice.
But I mean, I've already said the other ones, and if it wasn't for the number 1 song, which I already know what it is, that Woo Wah would have been my favorite song of the year.
Yeah, It was a great song.
Oh, I loved it. We already covered it like so many times, so we don't have to like go through like a detailed breakdown of it.
No,
But-
it was one of the best songs of the whole year.
There's some other songs by DIA I like. We'll probably do a breakdown of it when we talk about our favorite girl groups. But I was just so surprised because it came out with that summer song on Summer Aid, which is Woo Woo, right?
Yeah,
I think it was.
something like that.
And that was like supposed to be like a kind of like a goodbye kind of thing for them because they were supposed to like disband after that because they'd been gone for so long and they weren't getting any traction. And then I don't know if it was the netizens or what, but they like pooled together and like got them super popular and they decided to keep them together. And then the next song that came out was Woo Wah, and I was like, wow, this is
Well,
like...
they also like won multiple awards for
That's
that
what I'm
song
saying.
this summer.
Like they
I was
like got so hyped that they like...
we're like,
were
oh, this
we
song's
need-
okay, and then it was like DIA wins our third award. I was like,
Oh,
whoa,
wow.
wow, they beat CLC. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
so-
gosh.
But I like DIA.
That was a group I feel like I like wanted to really like, and then
Yeah.
I just didn't have.
Some
you
of
know,
them,
I was
yeah.
like, I need that song to make me get into it more, and then that was the song that kind of powered through.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, I like some other DIA songs. They're kind of more like a... They used to have more like girly poppy songs.
I like
So
this
is more
kind of
like-
transition.
This is
Yeah.
like a different style.
I like
for 'em.
how they're change their style up a little bit, and it works. I think they're really good at it.
So DIA, Woo Wah is my number 2.
Hopefully,
And I mean...
hopefully they come back soon.
Now we're going to go to numero uno, which has literally been number 1 on every
Literally
list we've
our
made
song,
this year.
our song of the year, favorite comeback of the year, just favorite girl group, guy group song. It's just, I don't know, any top award you can have. This has been the reigning champion that has
They're
been unstoppable.
Already the number song on multiple top songs of the year countdowns I've listened to, and clearly the number 1 most loved song in Brazil. So
Shout out to Brazil because they obviously know their K-pop there. This song has been number 1 for people reviewing songs that I didn't even know they liked this group. And they're still like, yeah, this is our number 1 song.
yeah, we've never talked about any of this the whole time, but this is our number 1
This
song.
is the best
It
song.
was the
So
best
that's
song.
just the impact that this group has because they are just the epitome of great girl groups. And you want to say what number 1 is?
I'll say, I'm sure you guys know it by now, but if not, it's...
If this is your first time listening, this is our favorite musical song in the history of the world.
Yeah,
So,
and it's Fancy by Twice.
Fancy by Twice is the greatest song. K-pop, any kind of genre, it's the greatest song of all time.
Yeah, it's definitely really hard for me to find or think of any other songs in my head that I think are better than that. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I really like these other songs. These songs are really good. But if Fancy comes on my headphones, I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
It just has that awesome
and then I can hear the opening. And
Yeah.
I'm just like envision the video, like seeing them live, and it's just like,
the video is so cool. It'll always have a special place because we got to see. That was their most recent song when we saw them on their tour. That was like their most recent, song, and that was like what everyone was like the most pumped to see.
and there's like
Fancy.
there's so many isolated images in the music video that just make the music video like so great. Like some of my favorites are like Mina when she's like shadow dancing against like the window in her like
So cool.
cool black dress she has on her bare feet with her high ponytail.
She's doing her ballet moves.
Or
So cool.
my other favorite moment was when Momo's on the swing and she like swings
goes
upside
upside
down and the city's like becomes like the skyline. Man, it's sick.
I liked when Diane was like the magnet.
Oh, yeah,
she was
the
like on the
paperclips.
magnet, or Tsui was literally holding the planets as balloons. Like, I don't know who like made that music video, but they had a very artistic mind because it was crazy.
It was definitely out there.
It was really crazy, and I really just like everyone's outfit in that music video was just like perfect.
Also, like the debut of Jongyang and her like long hair.
Yeah.
Oh my
She's like,
goodness.
she's like, what is she? She was like
High-waisted
like
pants for life.
She was like grabbing a rose or something. She was like,
Oh, yeah, she, like,
Sleeping
pricked her
Beauty.
hand on, like, the
She was like
rose.
Sleeping Beauty or something. I heard, but
She is a sleeping beauty.
But everything about that music video and song just fit Twice really well. It was like a little more mature for them too, which was like obviously a good step for them to kind of take. And it was just so catchy. I don't know. Fancy is just the best. It literally was Fancy.
Yeah, it was. It's number 1.
All the stages are great too.
At least when we do our top countdown of our favorite songs of all time, it'll still probably be number 1. But
One day we won't talk about it. Just kidding, we are.
at least 2 through 10 will be different.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. Fancy's my favorite K-pop song ever. I mean,
Okay, well now that we got there, do you think Fancy could get beat by Psycho by Red Velvet?
Honestly,
If
I
you had the
thought- I
same
thought
amount,
about-
if you had the same amount of time to listen to them,
I'm not even gonna lie.
do you think it would be beat?
I was like driving to work thinking about this like in depth because I love Psycho that much. When I heard that, I was like, this is one of my favorite K-pop songs ever to come out, and I don't know. I was like breaking down. I was like, the song, I don't know. It was like a little less. I will say I think I like the Fancy music video more. So I really like the Red Velvet one in Psycho, but the Fancy music video.
The Fancy music
Might-
video's on another level. It's like one of the best
yeah.
music videos I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Any
with all
genre
the
of
CGI
music.
and all that, like Red Velvet, it's different because they're not necessarily like using that. And I really like the video for Psycho. I think it's really awesome, and it fits Red Velvet like just the whole like almost like Cold Velvet kind of like feel with them. But the Fancy music video was so cool.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it was
great.
just, I don't know. The song is so good though. It's just how I just feel like I can't hear myself say, "Oh yeah, it's better than Fancy." Like I feel like I need to like rip my tongue out.
Will
I
those
just-
words come out of your
I just
mouth?
can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. Fancy is like my rating, and we got to see it. So
That is true. I mean, seeing something live definitely makes a difference.
yeah, I mean, you know that with all the like shows and K-pop or other concerts you've been to, you know that like seeing a song, it might like have that much more of an effect of like even like emotionally, just like oh I know where I was or what was going
Yeah,
on in my
that's
life
true.
when I like saw this or all this. So
It definitely makes a big difference.
I think it definitely puts it for a run for its money though, because that's how good Psycho is.
If you guys ever get an opportunity to go see a show or a concert and you question it, go.
Just go.
It's worth it. Even if
Just
you have to
go.
go by yourself, go.
Just go.
It's hard to explain the difference between hearing live music and something recorded because you might not think it's going to be that different, but it's a whole completely different
Well, it's just the
experience.
experience of it is just like
Also, the
so cool.
experience of like hundreds of other people shouting and singing to the songs that you love with you. It's just like it's like a crazy feeling.
Well, that was the cool thing too with K-pop because I mean we kind of talk about it sometimes how we don't necessarily like know a ton of other people that listen to K-pop music or you know can relate on just like oh yeah I like groups and my bias and all this stuff and even though we know those people are out there because we've like seen them on the internet or just like maybe had random instances where people have talked to us about it, but the fact that you're literally in like a 12,000 seat arena with all onces that all commonly like love Twice, like that was one of the coolest things. Was like, oh, I know all these people like love Twice right now.
Yeah, you might not know them or have anything in common with any of them outside of Twice, but there's that one thing where you guys can just geek out on Twice together. It's like a
Yeah,
great
that's
feeling.
that was like one of the coolest things, and that's just what's
That
cool.
goes for any genre of music,
Yeah,
or any
yeah.
concerts, like any place you go. It's great.
Yeah, and it's just cool. I mean, especially with like K-pop, since it is like not our or a lot of people's like first language. We don't even necessarily know what they're saying a lot of the times in the songs.
True.
So unless we see like subtitles and then we get the message, but it's like cool how that can like unite just literally people from all forums. And like you said, that's like all music anyway. So
I mean, one of my favorite things about when we go to like other shows, like our pop punk shows or like metalcore shows and stuff,
yeah,
is like we may be in there and like the mosh pits and stuff, like going crazy with guys and like screaming and yelling, but at the end, like the show's over and everyone looks at each other and is like, man, that's a great show, and like high fiving and like hugging dudes and like,
Oh.
and you've never seen them before until that moment, and then you just leave and you'll never see them again. But in that one moment, you guys are just like
Oh my
one
gosh.
entity, like you're just one thing enjoying
Yeah.
something you love.
a lot of our like kind of more like punk shows or metal shows that we've been to on our hardcore side where we've been in like mosh pits and stuff and like literally been covered in sweat of like our own and other
I am a
people's like
retired mosh pit warrior, in case you're wondering.
we're not retired yet, we're just taking
I
a break.
I will come out of retirement every once in a while to see a day to remember. If you guys like a day,
One
to
day we'll
remember.
see a day to remember.
And I'll dust off the old kicks and I'll put on my stretchy pants, my stretchy skinny jeans. And
Skinny jeans for life.
I will venture into the great abyss that is the mosh pit. And
But it is awesome because you're literally just
You're
anybody
alive
you
with the
see, you're
homies.
just like instantly just awesome friends with. And you're like, yeah, what's up, man? What's
you're like
going
hugging
on?
each other,
Yeah,
hitting each
literally,
other, singing
like,
together.
yeah,
and
high
it's just like
fives.
everyone's like so hyped.
And then you just leave, and that's like, yeah, that was really fun. That was like obviously we weren't in a mosh pit for Twice, but I mean it's still the
But
same
still, like,
energy.
all the
where you
people
just,
were up against the fence with us, and they
Yeah.
were like singing the songs and
Yeah.
like cheering. And everyone's like, "Yeah, this is the color of the light stick. Everyone hold up your light sticks." And they want to be like a unified front of like.
and that's what's really cool about Light Six because like everyone was like Mina's color, and it was like, oh yeah, that's just
like you may not speak
that's
the
a
same
moment.
language as somebody, but they see you have the green light stick, and they put out their green light stick, and like, okay, yeah, this person gets it. Like they're, you know, They also are a once.
Yeah, it's like the communication. You still communicate and understand each other, even though you aren't speaking the same language. That's what makes like K-pop so special. I feel like for a lot of people is because you still can get the message across of like what you love and what you care about, and even like the artists see that too. I mean, they obviously like we'll see the light stick, see everyone's holding up Mina's colors, and they obviously know like everyone's rooting for Mina and hoping the best for her and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
that's what they're hoping for too. So
it's true. It's a good
concerts
feeling.
are just the best. Like you said, if you're ever debating to go to any concert,
Do it.
just go because
Especially if you're in America and it's a K-pop show, because it literally might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Oh my
They might
gosh.
never come back.
that's what like a lot of our other shows we used to go to back in the day. You know, I mean,
Like,
we
they
still
tour
went,
yearly.
but
Like-
we're like, oh, we might be able to see these people in a year, maybe 2 years. But like the fact that when we saw Twice, and
Like,
we,
they honestly-
we
I
had
mean-
the great tickets we did and the high touch in the picture, I was like, we will probably never get that again.
And I mean, Twice is big, so they'll probably come back. But there's also a chance something will happen and they won't come back.
Like you know, you just can't like bank on them because they can make their money in other places too. So it's not like they need to go tour the United States.
Yeah,
And then for K-pop too, usually when they come here,
it's like 5 stops.
it's a few stops. So like, thank goodness, like thank God that like you live in Chicago and we live close to Chicago. That's usually one of the main stops. So like I mean I guess you just have to drive far if you lived in like the middle of America.
Because we were talking to some people in like
oh
the
yeah.
line when we were getting merch, and some lady's like, "Are you guys from around here?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm like from Chicago. It took us like 35 minutes to get here."
Right.
And she's like, "Oh, well, we drove from like Cleveland to Ohio." And someone's like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Indiana." You know, like
Yeah,
they
and
drove
then-
hours to get there because it's the closest one to them. That's the only one they could go
the
to.
one mom and the little girl they were from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
And like
I
this
mean,
was my closest one to go to, and I was like thinking about it in my head. I was like, really? And then I was like, yeah,
Well,
it's true because I
there are
couldn't
other
go to
options like New York,
or California, which obviously is farther. So, and I was just like, that's another thing I thought was cool too. Like this mom drove her daughter to see Twice from like Oklahoma. That's awesome. Such a cool impact that can have. That like
support.
it's like that support and like
It's not a phase,
it's
mom.
us, this little girl, all the other fans, like we all have that common. Like yeah, Twice is pretty cool. So we drive from literally wherever to like.
Old guy and also little girl. I connect with both of you.
Yeah, we get it. We get it. Oh, there was some. I mean, at the Twice show, there's literally dudes who are like legitimately like.
There's like grown
we're
men.
not.
like-
We're not. Yeah, we're not age shaming anyone because it's not like we're young pups.
Well, I mean,
out
shit.
here.
That's gonna be me when I'm freaking old. So
Yeah, I mean, but there's literally like old guys there, and I'm like, dude, this is just the level of love I want to have one day. It's just the ultimate support, even just forever. So
hey, everyone needs support, man.
it's true. It's true. But man, concerts are the best. We haven't been to one in a long time. That was the last one we went to.
I know because we couldn't go to the Day to Remember.
Because we could not go to a Day to Remember Woodstock, but they'll come back.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
they'll be back.
We'll see a Day to Remember again, and we'll review that on
And
our
I'll
K-pop
tell you,
blog.
it'll be a day to remember. It
A
always
Day to
is.
Remember's, they're awesome.
It always
they're
is.
so fun. I don't know. Well, we are going to see ITZY in less than a month, so
That's true. Hopefully.
that is coming up.
Hopefully the weather holds up because it's like 50, 60 degrees out right now and it's like winter time.
Yeah, I know. It's like Christmas time here, and it's going to be 60 degrees.
So hopefully we don't get hit with some bad weather that prevents us from going.
But yeah, I think we'll be good. Hopefully, I'm excited for that. It's weird it's already here, but
Yeah, I know.
we kind of got sidetracked, but that's okay because concerts is the best, and we needed to.
It's our podcast. We can do whatever we want.
We can say anything we want to do. I want to go watch another K-pop concert. Twice was so fun. The best part about the concerts too is like
I will say I've
besides-
definitely been to way more than you have. So I mean, I guess I can kind of see where you're
yeah,
like.
because I like haven't been. I mean, yeah, I haven't been able to go because of my work, but I mean, the ones I've been to, it's always just fun.
Shout out
like,
to Justin's work for ruining his concert life.
Well, I was just busy. Gotta stay on the grind. But it's just the one thing that's super fun about I guess any concert is like you get your tickets way in advance, so it's just always something to like look forward to. Just like
Warped Tour.
literally like 2 months, you're just like, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna do this, and then it's like the day, and you're like, oh, I can't believe it's here, and you're like driving to the venue, you're like, oh my gosh, and then you're driving home, and you're like, wow, it's already over. It's just like the whole experience of it is just really fun, and getting Denny's afterwards is always a plus. Shout out Denny's.
Denny's is great. I think we've already hyped up Denny's before, but Denny's is great.
We had it on Thanksgiving.
If you ever have an opportunity to eat at Denny's, go eat at Denny's.
Go eat at Denny's.
Especially after a
That's
concert.
not even a sponsor, but that's how much we love them. Just shout out
Shout out
Denny's.
to Denny's. Shout out that Grand Slam. That Brooklyn spaghetti and meatballs.
I couldn't make spaghetti for $3 at my house or spend $11.
It's
We got to
worth-
spend the $11. It's about the
worth
experience.
It's worth the $11.
Spend the money for the experience.
It's part of the experience. It's not the same if I go home and make it myself.
No, it's not as fun. It's not as fun, but
We've had a lot of Denny's after a lot of shows.
we
Let
have.
me tell you, the Brooklyn spaghetti meatballs is always delicious.
It always filled me up after a strong day of moshing in the pits and
It's always good.
getting super sweaty.
Got to recuperate those carbs.
That was the one thing about
Replenish
mosh
my
pits is just
electrolytes.
you're literally just like so sweaty.
Oh, you're so sweaty. Especially on like the cold days, and then you go outside and it's like negative outside. And you're just like
It's
covered
like,
in
oh
sweat.
man, it's hot, and you step outside for 1 second, and you're like, oh, it feels good, and then it just is actually cold, and you're like, well, this sucks.
And now I've got a cold.
Now I have pneumonia.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now I need to go to the hospital.
But
Don't let that stop you, though.
don't let it stop you. If you're afraid to go into shows, like you don't think you're going to know people, people aren't going to be nice to you, everyone's there for the same reason, and everyone's going to be nice to you.
I've seen people like talk about just like, oh, this person at a show, this person. I've never had a bad
I've never had the
experience.
experience either. Maybe it's because I'm a guy.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
but
people have like
I've-
complained, but I guess people complain about. I've never had a bad experience with people at like a concert. Like everyone's been cool. Everyone's been like chill. I mean, they know you're all fans to see the same person there. So
Except for the one guy at the Set My Friends on Fire show that got in a fight with the other guy, and then everyone picked him up and kicked him out.
I have no idea. That wasn't us. So
Yeah, it wasn't us. That was
No,
that was a crazy show.
That was their problem.
That was a weird
I don't
show.
know what was going on there. That was weird. But
Maybe one day we'll talk about that because that was an interesting show.
it was fun though.
But for generally, everyone's there for the same reason. Everybody loves, whatever it is the musicians are, and you're gonna get along with everybody. So it's not like
Because you have that common interest already. So I mean, and that's like what everyone's kind of looking for anyway. So you already know that these people love what you love. So
do it while you can. No regrets.
no regrets.
No regrets. Not even a letter.
Okay, Fancy's #1 song of the year.
Fancy is number one, and if you're shocked by that, then you probably haven't listened to our previous 12 episodes.
You haven't listened to every single episode we've had because we've probably mentioned Fancy somewhere along the line. That and Produce 48. Which there hasn't been any news about lately.
Also, we haven't watched the last 2 episodes yet.
We will.
But eventually we will. I've been watching a bunch of just random videos about like individual members doing cute things and Kwang Bei eating food. So I mean, I'm pretty content with that. So,
Oh yeah, there's also a lot of content for that, so you have your hands full for a long time.
I've watched so
I
much.
just don't. I don't know. I'm waiting, I guess, to hear what they're gonna do. They still haven't said anything yet, so that's
At least
that's
they
exciting.
did say that they weren't going to release the information in order to protect the girls of who actually made the group and who like wasn't supposed to be in the group and stuff. Which I mean, I fully support that.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's the best.
that's the
call.
best way to go because they said it's not to hurt the girls and they want it to be a fair trial and everybody to come out basically as clean as possible. So hopefully they get that figured out when this new year starts. They'll come back and I can get my autographed album.
I wonder. I wonder if they'll just put that back up on. I don't know. I'll just like buy it again. I'm just not
I'm not
really
sure.
sure. But yeah, I just
Well-
hope that something good comes of it
Yeah.
because it's been a long time.
I mean, everyone's saying it's a good sign that all the members are being seen out in public now. So they're not like hiding. Like they're not like being.
That's
like,
good.
Multiple members have been seen out in public doing stuff. So that's
I'm
good.
sure. I'm sure it's been like really hard on them. So I'm glad that they're getting out and like living
Like,
again
doing
and
stuff.
just trying to not like let that just like dictate what they do with their lives.
Just going to the airports and going to the puny jump.
Just doing their thing, man.
Living life, eating food. But yeah, so there's our top 10 songs of the year. Part
2.
This was part 2. So part 1 had 10 through 6. This obviously had 5 through 1.
5
So
through the champion.
5 through the champ twice. You have to go through the final boss in order to win, but nobody got there.
No, not at all.
So I guess to end the show, we can. I'll ask you like, what's your plans for Christmas? You do anything fun for Christmas?
Not really. Probably just hanging out at home.
Yeah,
Hanging out at home, chilling out. I mean, I don't even know when we're gonna wake up in a few hours here. I guess to like do all the presents and all that stuff. So
Yeah, I was gonna say.
all
yeah.
my family's like back from school and all that stuff. So it's cool to see them and just chill out. But I don't know. That's kind of what I'd rather anyway. Is just chilling.
Shout out to Justin's sisters. Hopefully, we can get them on here one day.
Yeah, they'll get on the podcast one day. We'll have like a full.
Just
we're
a
talking.
whole
we'll-
Torno family
We're gonna do.
reunion.
We're gonna do a big old music video review. Hopefully, once we get our legitimate setup back here in a few months, once you move and everything like
Yeah.
that. But I don't know. I'm
be
excited
able-
for Christmas.
We'll
though.
be able to do more fun stuff when I'm back because we'll actually be here doing stuff together. So
Yeah,
can
we
come
only have
over.
like one mic right now, but I think we're making it work. We're just powering through right now, and we're definitely gonna upgrade eventually. So we just don't know how to do that yet.
We'll get there.
What are you doing for Christmas?
Well, gonna wake up, open presents with my family. Then my dad's side of the family is gonna be here for Christmas. They usually come over on Christmas Day, and I spend my other grandma and grandpa, we go over there for Christmas Eve. But after that, I have to leave and go back, so I have to work the day after Christmas.
Yeah,
so
I do too. So
I've got to drive back there so I can do that.
yeah,
But, I mean, just normal Christmas stuff, I guess.
yeah,
Chilling.
nothing wrong with that. Just like relaxing,
It's
and
kind of
just
chill.
watching TV. I don't know.
mean, sometimes that's my favorite thing to do. Like when I take vacations at work, I don't even do anything. I just like stay at home and I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just not going to work.
It's not bad to it's not bad to actually have a couple days.
Just sleep and watch K-pop vids.
It's true. It's true. I like Christmas though. I like all the Christmas spirit and all that fun stuff. And
I'll be honest with you. I thought after Thanksgiving, like a week afterwards, I thought Christmas was over already.
yeah,
I was like, we still have Christmas break? Like what? Like this is crazy.
it's weird. It's weird that it always like Christmas comes and I'm like, man, I feel like it was just Thanksgiving, and then it's already Christmas, and then
I'm like, well, now there's nothing until
I don't know. This is when we get after the New Year, we get into the dark days of the month where it's just cold and there's not anything to look forward to.
yeah. At least we have Itzy to look forward to.
Yeah, that's powering me through every single day. So
All right. Well, I guess in the show we will give a shout out to our sponsors.
our sponsor is Kpop Soul. I would literally say it wrong every time. I'm
K-pop
sorry.
Soul Shop.
That's what it is. Look them up on Instagram. Look them up on Twitter. They have everything you need when it comes to K-pop stuff, hoodies, t-shirts, pants, any group too, guys, girls. Check them out. It is Christmas today, but you know what? Get some gifts for someone's birthday or just because you want them. And make sure you use Kpop Kimchi as your promo code because you're going to get 25% off your order. That's a really good deal. 25% off is really good.
Treat yourself with your
Treat
Christmas
yourself
money.
with some K-pop Soul Shop, Instagram, Twitter. Check them out. Go to their website. Buy all the K-pop gear you want. They're sending us some sick hoodies. They actually just let me know they're on the way. So I can't wait for our hoodies. They're going to be sick. We'll post pics about them. But make sure you check out K-pop Soul Shop. Soul like the city. So check them out. Thank you for being our sponsor. And
Also, thanks to Brett for being here for 15
oh,
minutes.
shout out to Brett. He's not here anymore.
He left a long time ago. We kicked him out. But
We kicked him out, but
maybe one day
we'll
he'll
have
be
him back. We'll have him back. I say he did okay.
he didn't mess it up. So, I mean,
He
I
didn't,
guess
he
that's all you
didn't-
can
he
ask
didn't
for.
say anything too stupid.
I guess that's all you can ask for.
But I think he did okay. Maybe we'll have to do like a video review thing with him one day too, just checking out some other groups and
Yeah, we'll show him some other songs that we're into and see what he thinks about those.
yeah.
Check us out on iTunes now that we're on iTunes. Check us out on Spotify.
All the places.
We got it hooked up. We're everywhere.
We're trying to be.
We're everywhere. We're trying to be. Go leave us a rating on
Star
iTunes.
review, please.
That'd be great.
Interviews. We'll love you forever.
Get the algorithm going so more people can hear our beautiful voices when they go
I just
look
like
at
to
K-pop
say the
content.
word algorithm because it sounds
real
real
smart,
important.
yeah.
Algorithm. We need the algorithm.
The
The
algorithm.
flow.
We need the algorithm.
Yeah, do that. Check us out on our own social medias. Mine is JustinTOHB on my Instagram. What is yours?
Mine's Fograw TOHB on Instagram and Twitter. So
And Kpop Kimchi 101 on Instagram and Twitter are our podcast accounts. So check us out there. And Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler.
Happy Chrysler.
And I think that does it for this episode. We love you guys. Hope to see you guys again soon. Peace.
Later.
저